in Territory Days or wherever it may be, two wrestlers who happen to have the same finishing move. Have you ever experienced that in like the whole gimmick infringement thing where one person takes from another wrestler's established move and then there's an argument over it?
Well, not only did they have an argument, I've seen a fight, but it wasn't over a move. It was over an entrance. When I was in Memphis, it was the Fabulous Ones. It was Steve Kern and Stan Lane, and they were the Fabulous Ones. And brother, they got over. As singles, Steve Kern and Stan Lane couldn't draw you a deep breath. But put them together as the Fabulous Ones, and Jerry Jarrett did some videos on them, made them like, I don't know, like almost like they were good looking guys. So he would trim them down and put them in their little shorts, and women loved them to death. So, and they drew all kind of money. So then they had Koko B. Ware come into the territory as Stagger Lee under the mask. And he played music, and he went around the ring and shook everybody's hand like the Fabulous Ones were doing. Somehow, some way, Steve got in his head that Stagger Lee or Koko were stealing their entrance. And I'm sure he was told to do that by Jerry Jarrett or Jerry Lawler. And I saw nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's just a couple of acts going out there and circling around the ring, not necessarily like you're copying them. But Steve took offense at that. So one night we're in Nashville, and the Fabulous Ones weren't even on the card. And they come walking in the dressing room. And I said, wow, aren't you guys in that other town tonight? They said, no, they said, yeah, but we're not going or something. I found out real quick what he had come to do was to confront Koko on why he was doing that. And they went over in the corner and they started talking, and Stan stood back, and I'm watching them. All of a sudden, the fight broke out. Brother, they were throwing down. And finally, I think Koko landed a few good shots. And I tried to break him up, and Ricky Morton grabbed me and said, no, let him go, because he wanted to see a fight, I guess. But you got to think, hey, these guys, they draw money in the territory, so I don't want them to hurt each other, so they can't work. So they finally stopped, and they cussed each other out, and then Steve left, and no more was ever said about it. Nothing. Even it got back to Jerry Jarrett that they had a fight in the dressing room. And nothing was done about it. It was just one of those things. If they had a discussion and they had a physical altercation, and I don't know, Koko didn't stop going around the ring, so I don't guess nothing was decided, and everything continued like it was like it had before. But I have seen not necessarily over a move, but just an entrance, because guys get very jealous over that.
I can't remember who told me that story before. I don't know if it was Ricky Morton, it may have been Jacques Rougeau or someone like that. And they said that they've never seen... I believe the story was that Steve Kern started the fight, or sucker punched Koko, basically. Does that sound right? Yeah, and Koko still won the fight.
I don't necessarily say he won the fight, but he probably got, if it was on points, I'd say he won the fight.
Yeah. There's nothing like instigating a fight with someone with the back towards you and still losing.
And I never brought it up to Steve or Stan. It wasn't any of my business. See, if it's a lot of things it's like in real life. If it doesn't concern you, stay out of it. So I stayed out of it. So